All right, so we are back, and I want to say yesterday I did get the dailies done. I was just not around my computer all day to record it. Today's dailies are actually done, so instead of doing the dailies, we're going to cover the Capture Festival advice that I like to do every month, but I'm also going to go and just kind of show a little bit of the stats of Gatito, who you can go out and capture. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not going out and capturing him myself, and it's not because I have him already finished throughout my Astro Guide. It's just next month, 100% the anniversary festival's coming out. That is guaranteed to be a new Astromon, so even for myself, an older player, I'm going to actually get something new to go out and capture. And I would highly suggest that you guys do the same, is hold on to your Astro chips and wait till next month's Capture Festival. That doesn't mean Gatito's not a good Astromon, but we'll kind of go over my opinion on all five elements here in a second. But just as a heads up, the next month will be a brand new Astromon that isn't in the game yet. So that's usually what the Smart Study does with this kind of stuff, is we have something brand new. But let's jump into here. I've already kind of said my piece a little bit on Gatito here in the daily, but let's look at everything here. Fire is a balanced at max level, fully evolved, so stats are again balanced. Now, all the Gatitos fall under the single target attacker category. Their active skill only hits one Astromon, and that's kind of a weird thing to tell people how to build this. So that really only puts them in two categories, in my opinion. One is PvP, because you could use this Astromon to blow up one Astromon immediately, because it's a single target ability. And two, bosses. Obviously, you could do that with bosses. The problem with that is Gatito is a Nat 3. And being a Nat 3, his statistics are very, very low. So it's one of those things where he just gets outshined by the 4 stars. So if you're actively summoning, let's say out of the hero festivals of the month, or you're doing your clan festivals, chances are you're gonna roll into a 4-star Astromon, so a Nat 4 or even a Nat 5. You're gonna get a 5-star that's just going to do something better. And so this is, again, my opinion for the content that I do on here. That doesn't mean this Astromon can't fit somewhere. It's just, you guys got to remember, where I'm at in my account, I have Astromon that fit pretty much every place that something like this might go into. And to be truthful, you will find something that might go into this category wherever he would go anyway. So this is really only an Astromon, in my opinion, that is something that you get your Astro Gems and hold on to if you like it. Again, if you like this Astromon, obviously keep it, use it, put it out there when you're farming and whatnot. It's just that he does not bring anything to the table for my account and what I do in the game, which is farming Super Evolution materials. I really don't have any use for something that can only kill one monster at a time. So that's where, like I said, my Dark Mona and my Dark Fenrir are my workhorses, because they can deal the damage and they also, clear out. But regardless, let's look at his skills. So again, being a balanced Astromon, 100% chance to disable enemy HP recoveries, not bad. Again, this fits perfectly into PvP, so this is great, but again, this still can be resisted, etc., etc. His, again, active skill is a single target, it'll hit something really hard, and it has a chance to get petrification. Again, the problem with this is let's say you're trying to CC the entire enemy team. This is a great 100% chance to petrify, and again, it can be resisted. However, you have the problem is it's only going to affect one Astromon, when if you're in PvP, you're normally wanting to CC the entire other team, so this way you can continue what you're doing. And especially if you've taken the time to build up the active skill. Remember, you don't walk into the battle with an active skill ready to go. Only on the SP arena special thing, I forget its actual name. We just had it last week. But point being, this is great. These are great statistics, but the problem is it's all single target, and that's where in lies kind of the problem here. So looking at water skill, again, 100% chance to attack down. This isn't bad. However, I can give you right now a better 3-star Astromon with attack down that she just got a buff, and she's the poster child of the game. Your Fire Miho is a much better example of getting an attack down, and then again having the statistics to back it up, because not only can she be, once she gets to 6-star, she's a tank, so that much better in PvP, you can also super evolve her, getting her more stats. So that is a kind of a direct correlation. I know it's a fire versus a water, but point being, the attack down. A single target enemy to put sap. Again, you want to put sap on the whole team, right? You're not trying to go after one Astromon. So unfortunately, this is again where this falls short in my opinion as far as the skills. Here we have a wood Astromon. Again, defense down 100%. This is a great skill, and this puts it putting this on the normal skill is great. This is not a bad thing. Fatigue is not bad, but the issue is it's just blue souls, and usually, you know, it's hard to say where fatigue fits in a lot of things, because you guys see me use a glass cannon a lot of the times and see the success that I get out of that. So trying to do fatigue, again, this is not a bad ability, but once again, it's a even at 100% chance it can still be resisted, and that's the problem with trying to build for a debuff. And once again, this is a single target. I want fatigue on everybody, so again, that's where his shortcomings come out, in my opinion. Unfortunately, the light one, while it has sap, 100% chance for 2 turns on it, and sap is always a good ability in this game. The problem comes into, this is aggression HP, and you guys have heard me talk about this a lot with Hanahime, light Hanahime, your dark Miho, for example. Unfortunately, aggression HP has such a high cap that this is not going to hit as hard as you would, let's say, pump this Astromon to have what like my Hanahime has at 150,000+ HP. I'm not hitting for 100, with an attack power of 150,000 HP. That's just there's a hard cap to this. So this is where, again, this skills fall short in my opinion. Now the dark is the one that sings to me, though. This is an attacker. I know this one's an attacker just because I can see this already. So morale boost, you've already seen this. This is an exact copy of your dark Mona right here. Morale boost and hunter increases critical hit damage by 50%. These are great abilities. So if I had to say any one of them, if you just went out and wanted to farm one of these, once again, this dark Gatito, let's look at his statistics, would be an Astromon I could highly recommend to pull out, and this would be somebody that could go on PvP and I think would do well, especially if you hook it up with critical strike on there. But let's see if I can find him. Once again, when we talk about features that we need, I need a search feature in our Astro Guide. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah, 100% an attacker. So here's his only downfall: he has very low HP. You guys know, again, showing Dark Fenrir, 4-star. So we're comparing 2 Nat 4s here. Dark Fenrir at her base stat has 27,000, so she's got 4,000 more HP and higher attack. So his attack is just fine, but that HP is pretty low. So this is the definition of a glass cannon at that point. But once again, if you built him as crit, this Astromon's going to hit hard. And again, because this is a single target ability, that does help it with more PvP aspect of you letting this guy be, this is going to nuke one Astromon down. The problem that I can just point out, though, is, again, you usually want to do damage to everything, because whittling away everything's HP, especially in PvP, can be more beneficial than just having one Astromon being able to nuke one Astromon at a time. My Dark Fenrir in that example, I can whittle down everything else's HP to then allow my other 3 teammates to do something. And that's the problem with Gatito here, and in the PvP example that I'm talking about, is you would whittle down one you would basically kill one Astromon, but then you have their other 3 Astromon at full health, and your other 3 Astromon have to kind of deal with that. Whereas if I had my Dark Fenrir as compared to this, right, I have a chance of taking out 2 Astromon instead of 1. But again, this is still, these are not bad Astromon. However, they're just not going to go out there and be helping you farm for in that instance, right? So again, my opinion is definitely go get them if you feel like it. However, if you need the Astro Gems for, let's say, out of the Astro Guide, you could go get them as well. But I would just hold on to your Astro Chips 100% for next month's anniversary, because that one is, I'm excited to see what the new Astromon's going to be. But finally, we're going to address the 2 stages that I farm personally, again, to newer subscribers and people who are new to Monster Super League who might have these same questions. I've seen these questions come up over and over again, and I like to address them every month, especially as we get new people coming in and might not know this. Specifically, this is also something they do, Smart Study as a developer. They've made this into the game. Certain capture festivals change it up, so you can capture different elements on different difficulties. So as you can see, as we scroll through hard and extreme, you can get every version of, you get the 3 versions of Gatito here. Right, and then when you want the light and the dark, if you didn't know this, you can come over here back to the ship, right under the summon. You have your exotic fusions right here, and you have light and dark Gatito, and this is where you have to capture certain versions of Gatito to then fuse to get you your light and your dark version. So in this case, we need a fire and a wood, and that's a single, so you just need to capture one, and then you need a second evolution water Gatito. So this is how I would go about this. Okay, so knowing what we need to get the light and the dark versions of these Astromon, I would come out here and I would go on to extreme, and I would capture 2 fire Gatitos. Now this can be done anywhere, obviously. Out here I'm just using the example of the 2 levels I would run. So I would run the EXP bonus stage until I have 2 fire Gatitos. I'd go to hard and run the EXP bonus stage until I had the 2 wood Gatitos, and from then on out I would farm nothing but normal mode and get nothing but water Gatito, and that's it. That would be all what I would capture from then on out. Now, this is something that always comes up, and I like to answer this as well. People always are curious, especially newer players, is if I run extreme, do I have a better chance of seeing a fire Gatito here than if I ran on hard to see wood or normal to see water? And the answer is no. It does not matter on what difficulty you run. You have the same percentage chances of seeing any of these Astromon show up. So that's why, again, what I highly suggest is once you're done capturing, again, your 2 fires, your 2 woods, do nothing but run on normal, and it's an easy, there's an easy explanation. It's the energy. It only costs 3 energy, and these Astromon are also a lot lower level, therefore you can wipe them easily over and over again. So the levels I run are the Pagos Coast on the EXP bonus stage, and this is again just to capture the exotic Astromon. If you're farming, if you want to farm extreme or go do something, obviously go do that. This is 100% the fastest method, though, to capture exotics, to see the most exotic Astromon that I have tested over 5 years. So I run normal mode on exotic on the EXP bonus stage. When I get bored of seeing the coast, I go over to the Mirage Ruins and I run the EXP bonus stage, again, all on normal mode. The last thing I will add to that, some of you might be asking, well, why wouldn't you just go to the Phantom Forest and run it on normal mode? These are the lowest level Astromon in the game, and the problem is because you don't see as many Astromon that you do see starting in the Mirage Ruins around the EXP bonus stage. You'll notice that if you go to the Phantom Forest, you run the EXP bonus stage, you are missing 4 Astromon per wave. That's 4 chances you are missing out on to see having the game have the chance to spawn you an exotic, a legendary, S-rare, or even a rare in this case. So anywhere from the EXP bonus stage and up, so that means from the Mirage Ruins, from that stage all the way over to the Terrestrial Rift, you could, if you wanted to, run normal mode. However, I would only recommend stopping it. This is, like I said, this is your lowest point for that. And these are the only 2 stages I run because they are very, very easy to clear and very quickly for you to clear. So if you only have a couple hours a night, these 2 spots are great to just go out and, target the exotic Astromon. So even when it comes to next month, again, this advice doesn't change. I just like to refresh it for everyone out there who's attempting it. Next month, I will 100%, this is what I'm going to be doing, is I will go onto the Pagos Coast. So I might actually stream my attempts while I'm doing it on Twitch. I haven't decided that yet, but we shall see. But with that, I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to get back to farming. I actually missed my chance in the Tower of Chaos, so I need to get in there and finish that out. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily.